up Bros cover. Okay, hold up. If I can find it. Where is my other window then? Why the fuck? Actually, wait, hold on. I just put it in the damn corner. I continue while it does this thing. Alright, bet. Alright. We're gonna hear it. What the fuck that shit? Alright, and here's your cover of why the fuck's the song named Ratata? Is it really that's what's god damn, I thought I had a different name. Shit. Either way, here's Bro's cover. It better be good, or I will kill you.
She ain't ever met no one who talk like that. And if you hang up on a pussy bitch, I'll call right back. Yeah, roll my windows up.
Nah, you didn't say the N-word. It doesn't count, bro. Why didn't you say the N-word? Really? You couldn't commit to it? You could not commit your white ass to it?
I'm dead then. The champion Gunter. LMAO.
You couldn't commit your white ass to it? Nah, fine. Alright.
Dollar roll them windows up. Biscuit ass bitches wonder how I got my jiffy up. Crystal damn big, I need a doctor in a sippy cup. Someone tells Zendaya she my favorite, she can hit
Also,
me up.
where's my mouse? I can't see my mouse.
That rat-ta-ta-ta. Bitch, I'm stepping on the gas. She ain't never met no one who talk like that. And if you hang up on a pussy bitch, I'll call right back. Wipe that silly grin, bitch, I really him. You better put them pups together, bitch, I really sin. No, me and Crack don't share daddies, but we really twins. And if she ain't got it,
I can't find my mouse, bro.
You said the bed top bunker, the boy got thumpers. I'm a bona fide face, see boss muncher. She ain't never met no one who talk like that. And if you hang up on a pussy bitch, I call right back.
Nah, bro, you couldn't commit.
Never in the Hamptons, just riding in a white fit.
The champion Gunter. Dog, you need a different beat.
True that. You know, we're going for a straight. I haven't done straight in a while.
Makarov 69420.
Ain't never met no one who talk like that. And if you hang up on a pussy bitch, I'll call right back. Roll my windows up, dollar roll my windows up. Never let them see the color model of the semi truck. Fucking fuck you, shimmy up, yeah, fuck you, shimmy up. Celebrate it's your birthday.
Wow, so yeah.
Bitch, I'm bossing up. Now we really bossing up. I can never ride no Hellcat. Shit on costing up with 20,000 on me, 100,000 on me, 50,000 on me, a couple thousand on me. You moving sloppy if you get that sloppy where you sleep at. Never tell those bitches or those women where you breathe at. If my ex is spilling tea about me, you don't drink that. And don't you call me.
Oh, hold on, wait, you're not even on beat. You said the part about women like 4 seconds before it's actually supposed to beat. I heard that beat stop. Nah, they ain't lined up.
50,000 on me, a couple thousand on me. Bro said it's a shop within me.
Bro, you suck.
Oh, I gotta get my permanent discard.
Me and Lionel Poison, drama class more than act. Now it's really all each all those other bitches whacked out. Bitches out of theater of the city, that's a fact now. She ain't ever met no one who talked like that. And if you hang up on a pussy bitch, I call right back. The bitches used to press me on the Carrico bus. I swear I'm paranoid now, cause bitches weird and really bums. I'm paranoid now, cause bitches weird and really bums. I'm paranoid now, cause bitches weird and really bums. I'm paranoid now, cause bitches weird and really bums.
Nope, not gonna play that. Markov knows what that is. No one else knows what that is, and that never popped up. Alright, anyway, W song. W cover.
Makarov 69420.
Finally, I can see my mouse again.
TS. Makarov 69420. Bob.
No, I don't think I don't think I will. I don't think I will. Alright, fuck, I'm just gonna get rid of these.
I'm cooked, man. I don't know.
Hmm. Bro, the double upgrade's crazy.
The champion Gundur. Aeon I lost.
Damn. Ooh, steel card, hell yeah. Don't know why it's my ace out of all cards though. Let's go a little hard. Fuck, I think I just gotta go like double pair. Nah. Pair. Gotta go full house. 45, bro.
Play that.
Wild. Come on, man. Please. Well, I might be a bit cooked. Yeah, I'm cooked. Damn, that one I could have actually
It's
done good
my
on.
channel.
I'm a bit mad, man. I could have done good on that. Alright, we're gonna try like a different deck. Maybe like Surround Telescope? Nah. I like the checkered deck, bro. We're gonna try out the ghost deck.
You're just like green, 'cause I've been on D&D or messing. Last thing
The champion Gundur. Hex card.
Yeah. It's the fucking deck I chose. Oh, that only got me up to 280, man. Damn. Hell yeah. Ooh, plus 3 on minus 1 hand each round. Nope. I need to discover him though, so. Ugh. And that I'm skipping. All spade cards debuffed.
The champion Gundur. Retriggers all card abilities in hand. Mine might be up.
Alright, let's go. That's dog shit, but alright. Don't really want either of these, but I guess I'll take it. Yeah, that was pretty shit. Fuck it, we skip it, we get all the free shit. You know what, I'm not even gonna do that yet. Just gonna go for our flush first. Damn. New run, hell yeah. Rare Joker. And I come, fuck it. Go on both. Hmm. Well, shit. Alright. Bro. Crazy shit how this actually just happened to me. Damn, and we just gonna do good on that run. That was gonna be a good run. You know what? Fuck it. No. New run. Nope. No. Come on, I just want something good to skip. Come on, give me something else better. That's not what I meant to call. Wait, why'd I go all the way back? Alright, there we go. Oh shit. Oh, that looks the same. You're right. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, if I got 10, that would have been real nice.
Hold up.
What was I gonna do? Fuck. Hang on. Oh yeah. I gotta put the fucking skillet on the fucking trigger.
Alright, guess I'll get him. Kinda want both. They both seem good. See, this one's literally a rare. She need to get a lot of kings. Too many fucking kings, bro. Way too fucking many. Boom, flush. Fuck it, we got our king. Well, I want a special pack, why not? Fuck it, we're gonna stick with diamond in this game. Okay, never mind. Forgot what I even said game.
Wait, are these headphones? How do I put these f***ing headphones on? There we go. Wow, Supreme, really? I got scammed out of this sweater, so I have to make some use out of it. Is it?
Guys, it's not a mask, he just is a dog.
No, this is my real face. What do you mean? Why else would this be a thing? That looks super good. Wow, thank you. Fish Mimi made it. Let me show you guys my paws. I'll be back.
Of course.
He's definitely not a furry too. FRFR.
Another one.
With these like amazing and cool and awesome. Wait, I'm wearing them backwards. Wait, am I? I'm wearing this one
Should've kept the
backwards.
kings in my deck
There
so
we
they
go.
give multiplier for this. Don't
Beautiful.
Tell me. Damn it, bro.
Wow.
I'm
Get
kinda
them
getting
claws
close.
away. You scratch big ass claws. What do you mean by that? I don't know what that means. OMG, it's dog. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I actually want to put on this Christmas hat. I want to be
Yeah.
festive. It doesn't look
Yeah, we getting
bad.
cooked, bro.
It's actually a bit hot in
Fuck
here.
it, I'm
but it's
getting
not
it,
that
chill.
bad. I have the window on. Why is your room so pink? It's not even that pink, dude. I think it's the camera actually just like tickling me. This camera
fuck
likes
that
to just tickle the temperature of my room. Let me show you guys the Lego house.
Boom,
Look.
flush. Let's go.
So cool. I'm not gonna drop it. Isn't that amazing? See, I keep it up here in this little shell. Ah! Okay, fine. Bro thinks he's Ed Sheeran. How do you make your room so pink? Dude, it's not that pink!
Generate lush harmonies from a single track with Harmony Engine. Independent voices, flexible generate.
I'ma find your house from
Yeah,
the
give me that
small
money.
part of the
I can't tell,
window
look,
you're
chat.
showing.
Just like
I
king
can't
of
drink
clubs,
water
it
through
sounds
this,
more
so I found a solution, okay? I have this,
Very specific,
but I
alright.
can't stick this in my mouth, the hole's too small. I have this little straw. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna slurp it through, but wait, let me
All
just
club
let me
cards
stick
develop-
the
damn, the
straw in
game's
just to
just
make
not
sure that it
fucking
works.
doing it
We're
right
trying this live, I haven't tried this yet. Bro, it's actually, hold on.
This game's
It
just
works.
done.
By the way,
fuck.
Dasani is the best drinking water. Oh wait, sorry, not Dasani, Aquafina. Let me try. It's working. I just drink water in my fursuit. Sorry, did I call it a fursuit? I meant a mascot suit. My bad. This is a mascot suit, by the way. It's not a fursuit. You have a tail? I do, but I don't have it on. You want me to put on my tail? Look at chat, my ears. But you don't know this. My ears just lift. Isn't that so cool? That is so cool. Like they just lift. I actually like these way more than the other ones I had because I can actually grab things. I can grab my headphones. Look, see? Isn't that so awesome? 4 separate ads. Let's go. I'm milking some money off of some of you. See, look, this is me when I'm plotting something evil. I'm just kidding. You know, I never do this for the money. I mean, I need to feed my starving family. You know, if I sound that muffled, I will pull up an
Alright, let's go.
equalizer and add some more more
fucking
high
damn
into
it, I
my
gotta go
voice.
check on the
You know, like,
steak.
don't test me. I'm a professional mixer. I pre-saved the album on Spotify. Wow, wait, I
Return
should
Joker.
plug this.
Maybe
You just
0.
reminded me. You guys want to pre-save my album
Alright, I'll take that.
Summer's
Here comes most
and
played
it drops.
I've been
I got an RP on my phone. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not gonna check. I don't
I
know
could
what
sell
it
this
is.
man and buy a hallucination. It'd be so fun.
Gotta go check on the steak.
It would be so. I think I'm losing my mind. And I feel like I should probably sleep. But who needs sleep? The answer is I do. I just realized still into the polychrome link, so abracadabra. Of course this bitch got it. I'm not taking this round seriously, bro. Fuck it, give me a joker. Fuck it, we're going for diamond supremacy. Kill all other cards. All are inferior. Mental sanity is an illusion. Oh, I got no more discards. Oops. Huh. Welp, GG. Alright, yeah, it's kind of 1:42 in the morning, like, I should really go, so I'm just gonna, like, yeah, I'm gonna just click that, then I'm gonna quickly copy something,
The champion Gundur. CYA.
and I'm gonna send something in chat, and I'm gonna dip, alright, goodbye.
YT.
Okay, now goodbye.
I got 5 minutes, then I gotta go cook the steak. I don't know.
In
Narpies
6
sub for 4
days?
months.
Some lo-fi music if you're into that. Thank you, G-Man Gooden for the 100. Wow. Why you guys, like, you guys are being so nice to me. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you, Computer Doge, for the 10. Okay, now I have to wear the tail. I really hate this sweater. Should I switch my sweater to something else? What if I switch it to the new Narpy hoodie that's gonna drop soon? The thing is, I just wanted to wear something very simple. You're teasing us. Sounds gay. I'd never do something like that. Show off the fit. I'm literally wearing nothing. I'm wearing
Stream
these
elements.
pants. I'm not gonna show you my feet, but I'm just wearing socks. I really hope this works. Look. Oh my god, that's so cool. It's actually hard to get a good angle of it. Why are your pants so big? Because I like big, round pants. I'm gonna sip some more of my water. Look, now I gotta pull my tongue back in. There we go. Can I fit a Tic Tac into my mouth through this hole? Oh my god, I got it in. Beautiful. I'm not hopping on Minecraft Bedrock. But dude, I have Java Edition. Isn't Java just better? I've seen like a bunch of clips of people just dying in Bedrock for no reason. Kind of funny. Play with your ears. Let me see if I can get this. I look like a fennec.
This 2024 Google update lets you earn money by watching ads. I feel like I just found a Google cheat code. This Chrome extension lets you block ads or get...
Like,
Vex
this
is
is like
hiding,
my
so
next
that's cool.
one. I don't mind it, but I
I know
like
what
to
he's
have
doing.
it inside. Shouts out to Fish Mimi. Look at this. This is so cool. Actually, good quality. It's like 3D. Actually, let me show you guys what they sent me. Look, they sent me a fucking binder, and then it has stuff in it. Oh, the pictures fell. Oh no, they're right here. Look. Oh. Look, dude, that color looks so cool. Beautiful. They're actually really well made. Like, dude, these pics are insanely nice. It just has care on like how to take care of the suit. Obviously, I'm gonna take care of my suit. I'm not like an evil, you know, like I'm not gonna put my suit on fire. I would never do that. You look cartoonishly large, like you're a part of Looney Tunes. That's just not true at all. I mean, I like to like this is an XL. I love to wear big, bulky sweaters and so these pants are like a. I just showed my feet on accident. Please no one clip that. Like these are like a size XL. These pants. Like look at how big they are. They're really big. My ears will never recover. What the
100 bits for
wait,
Nappy.
what? 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 What?
There we go.
Huh? $100 donation! Chat. Give Slinky some W for the $100. What the fuck? Bro, what do you want me to do for you, man? I'll do anything for you. Obviously, within reason. Just be happy. Chat, give Slinky some hearts. That's like big W. Give him a nice... You know what I mean? Give him a nice clap. Wow. Dude, you don't have to give me anything, man. Like, thank you for just wanting to be here. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Kirby's in the corner. Can we throw Kirby at you? This might break my camera. Wait, chat, my tongue is gone. There it is. Chat, if my tongue is ever missing, just let me know. Cause like, I forgot. I might announce the hoodie tomorrow. Okay, this one's a little wrinkled because I had it sitting somewhere. But, awesome. Awesome. It says Cafe Club in the back. There we go. Cool, awesome. Look at the cool custom tag. Can I show that? I don't know if it's focused, but it's really cool. Feel nice, yes. It's 380 GSM premium cotton terry fabric. Let's go. So it is a bit thicker than a Gildan. The inside of it, very nice, soft material. Actually, I went back and forth with the manufacturer to get this soft because at first it wasn't soft, but now it is soft. It is puff ink. I don't know if you can see that. It's puff ink everywhere. Incredible. Ah, is it good now? Okay, it's good. Wow. I want to show you guys something. I'm not gonna be able to see chat, by the way, but I want to show you guys this. No, dude, I'm not a furry. This is a mascot suit. This is it's a mascot. If I put chat on my TV.
Okay, I gotta do that. And I have to go back inside because it is nighttime and I'm going to die if I stay out. So that's fun. Also, I'm not reading chat. I got YouTube up. So, sorry. But... Couple deep slate with it. The fuck is Vex doing? Is he sleeping in my fucking bed? He's gone. I don't know if he took anything. Chat, if Vex took something, I'm gonna kill his ass. Okay, what is he doing? Bro, what are you doing? Okay, so I guess Vex knows where I live now. I'll go to bed.
I got steak, boys. Hell yeah.
I don't know if you can see it. Yeah.
Hey, look at this. Look how cool this is. Wait,
Where's
wait.
Vex
Look at this. Boom! Look at him. You guys see him? His neck is broken. So. GG. Look. I even have some pins. I'm like trying to get everything set up in here, but let's go, let's go. I hope you guys saw that. Looks crazy. Wow. There's like nothing else to show in my room. I have this cool vacuum. Look.
When it's time to start your business, it's time for Shopify.
Fuck off.
Get everything you need to go from
I need
launch
you.
to let.
Sorry, I just want to make sure you guys were like clean, you know? Dude, was that loud as someone should clip that actually. I want to sit back down or else I'm gonna melt. How do people wear this for like 7-8 hours? I don't know how. Ragdoll. Okay, look, watch. You want me to ragdoll? I'll give you a ragdoll. You ready? I'll give you a ragdoll. That was pretty good, let's be honest. I'm gonna see if I can hold my water with this. It's not bad. Can I sip from it? Nah, it's gonna be impossible. It looks fine. Surely. Narpy holding that looks gay. I don't know how else to hold it. I don't know how else to hold it. Chat, how do you do the way they don't love you like I love you? I wanna do that. I wanna try that out. Chat, rate that a 1 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Let's go. Okay, chat, I'm gonna head out. No, chat. Sleep well. Take care, everybody. Make sure nothing bad happens to you. Let me wave with the paw for that it feels more authentic. Be yourself. You know, I feel like shit could always get worse, but just know that they're always gonna get better again. So, and usually the better times tend to outweigh the worst times, so. Be a good person, be around good people, love your friends, love your family. Have a good influence on others, make sure others are influencing you correctly. That's very important. Thank you guys for always having my back and just wanting to be here. And, you know, I'm a dog in a suit. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I just like doing this. It's cool. Really, just thank you. Much love to all of you. You know, just stay safe, you know? Always aspire to do what you love. That's it. Bye.
It's so hot in my room. I'm sorry. Hang on. Here we go. That's probably better. Who should I watch?
The Imperium of Man has stood for 10,000 years, guarded by the might of the Space Marines and mankind's numberless armies. But they are beset on all sides, and the threat...
What's the lowest and deepest backrooms level? Hey everyone, Brugly here, and today I'm going to be going over 3 of the deepest negative backrooms levels that have been found so far. Now, negative levels are known for being glitchy and volatile and corrupted, so you can pretty much guess how crazy these levels are about to be. Sit back, relax, and let's get into some insane levels. Also, if you want to see a more personal side of me, go check out my vlog channel. It'll be the top link in the description below. Thank you.
Check out Brugly's.
Okay,
cool.
so first for the video is backrooms level -980. This level is classified as a class, whatever this is, mysterious box thing, and the whole level is very unknown and enigmatic. It's full of structural and spatial glitches, but the main layout of this entire level is a large labyrinth of nightmarish and nostalgic and liminal corridors that all look different. The area that you'll be in when you first get sent here is what looks like a huge hospital, except there aren't any beds or equipment, and the floor is slippery. The floor is slippery slippery, and it's made out of a white tile, and it's slippery because there's almond water on it, and the walls are grayish brown, and they're made out of concrete. Now, these hospital hallways are pretty much infinite, and they're only lit up by these dim green lights. To exit this first portion of the level, you're gonna need to find a black wooden door, open it, and then go through it to be sent to the main part of level negative 980. So as I said earlier, the entire level is made up of these nightmarish and nostalgic and liminal corridors and areas. And pretty much, after you go through that black door, you'll be going through your old memories. So the first room that you'll be in after you go through that door is your first ever memory from real life. You'll just be walking directly through it. So it might be your childhood room or something like that. After this first memory area, you'll keep going through doors and exiting doors, and you'll just keep going through different nostalgic moments from your life. These moments are liminal places like playgrounds and old restaurants and old pools and schools and old stores that you went to a long time ago. All of these spaces will give you these really strong feelings of nostalgia and sadness and loneliness because they're all empty and old looking. And you'll get that typical liminal vibe from them. These corridors, of course, are very glitchy and volatile and warp constantly because it's a negative level and they're all pretty much the same way. And they'll keep going for as long as you do. As of right now, that could be forever because there's no listed exit. So I guess you can get lucky and no clip out. But for now, it sounds like you're just doomed to wander an eternal labyrinth of liminal spaces from your childhood. There's actually one guy who got sent here a long time ago named Hines, and he's been trapped here for a very long time in level negative 980, and he's been communicating to the outside people through an unknown internet means, and he's been documenting these different levels and stuff he's been through, but it sounds very glitchy and dangerous to be trapped here, and I really don't think that you would want to stay here for long, especially because who wants to be trapped in their memories forever? So next for the video is level negative 999, which is even deeper than the last one. But this level is safe, which is nice. The level itself has a class habitable rating, and it takes the appearance of a long road that goes through a mountain chain. It's similar to a mountain chain that you find in the Pacific Northwest area. The weather is misty and moderate, and the entire level has calming sounds of birds chirping and light drizzling of rain hitting the leaves. It's pretty much, it's like a woodland escape. And the road seems to actually loop back around to itself after a couple hours of walking, which means that it's not infinite, it just is a huge circle around a mountain. And surrounding the actual mountain is a huge, vast, unexplored ocean, which as of right now has never been like touched or anything, so it's probably not recommended to go there. And as a matter of fact, most of this level isn't explored because it's so deep into the back rooms that only a few people have been here, so we're going off just a couple of people's accounts of coming here. The only slightly scary part of the level is at night, where people seem to feel like they're being watched or that they feel unsettled in some way, whatever that means. No one knows why these feelings happen since the level is supposed to be safe, but yeah. Just look over your shoulder, I guess. But overall, this level is a pretty mountain landscape with a road that loops around, and it's always raining and chill, and the vibes are good. And because this area is so safe, a few communities have been set up. However, not much is known about them because only a small number of people have been here. The only really anomalous thing about the level is something that happens here called log cabins. Now, obviously, they're just log cabins, but they appear randomly around the road and the woods on this mountain. And when I say appear, I mean they literally just spawn in randomly at any time. They look out of place and they kind of just appear and disappear at random, but they seem to disappear when people aren't in them for long periods of time. Inside of the cabins, you'll typically see a bedroom and a living room and a kitchen or something like that, and they all seem very familiar and liminal and like you've been there, but as I said earlier, they seem to be glitchy as well, and just very not normal. To enter this level, you can try to go into a red building on level 11 for a chance, and to exit, you can jump off the top of the mountain for a chance to be sent to level 4251, but I don't know if I would leave this level because it seems pretty safe and like a paradise for someone who enjoys being in the woods, and I also wouldn't leave because you gotta buckle up for what's next. which is level -1000. So level -1000 is classified as a class undetermined difficulty because it is too broken and warped and volatile to even classify properly. It's made up of a bunch of gray hallways that kind of look like a castle in a way, with huge windows that are shoved into the side of the walls. The hallway itself that you spawn in is very glitchy and warping, of course. I know I've said that about 1 billion times this video, but it's true. It's so glitchy, in fact, that it's hard to photograph and it's hard to get any video or audio because it literally just almost isn't real. So walking to the end of the hallway you spawn in, you'll find a gate that has been locked and it needs 2 keys to unlock it. These keys to the gate are inside 2 other rooms that are in this hallway. Now these specific rooms are behind 2 specific doors, which I'll get into right now. They're known as the left and the right door. The left door opens to some kind of weird maze, and this maze is glitchy and non-Euclidean and liminal looking, of course, but your goal is to make it through this maze to the end, where you'll find a room full of chairs. Yes, I said chairs. Somewhere in this room is one of the keys to unlock the gate from earlier. The chair room itself is unsettling and liminal, and it feels just very off in a way, like it shouldn't exist, and your brain will kind of start to play tricks on you because it doesn't seem like you're real, so you kind of have like this derealization effect. To find the other key, you have to make your way back through the maze and then go into the door on the right, which leads to a hallway with a ton of different doors that all lead to different rooms. These rooms are full of chairs. Each and every one of them is, and they're all glitchy and unstable like the rest of the level. But you're gonna need to find the room with the second key in it, but to do that, you're gonna have to open all the doors and search under the chairs that are everywhere and see if you can find it. If you somehow find both keys and then you make it through all the liminal doors and all the chair rooms and halls and you're finally able to get back to the main hallway to open the gate, you're gonna be disappointed because the bad news is the thing behind the gate is just the entrance to the next level, which is level -1001. Some people for a long time thought it was an exit or an entrance to the promised land or something, but it's not. It's just an entrance to the next level. So sorry to those of you who thought that you might escape the back rooms, because you probably won't. There's also supposed to be an entity here that lurks around these glitchy hallways. It's kind of invisible to the human eye, but when you think back of memories where you think you saw it, you can kind of see it in your head. It cannot be photographed and it cannot be seen with a naked eye, just in your memories. So the entire level is just so glitchy and distorted, and it's not good to stay here for long because you'll eventually just become part of the glitchiness. And only a very few people out of everybody that's been here has escaped to tell the tale. To enter it, you can find a gray pillar on level -6, and to exit, you can open the gate with those 2 keys to be sent to the next level, or you can break the window in the hallway to jump into the void and just stay there forever, I guess. But I think this level might be worse than level 404 or any other glitchy level that I've gone over. What do you think? I think it's terrible and scary and horrifying. That's it for my explanation of these 3 deep negative backrooms levels. I do hope you enjoyed it. I always love these negative levels because they're so crazy and volatile, and who doesn't like the backrooms being corrupted? Thank you for watching until the end. I love and appreciate all of you. While you're down in the description below, check out my vlog channel if you want to see more of my journey through real life and that kind of thing, and you want a more personal side of me. I think you'll like it over there. With all that said, I hope you had a great day, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.
Since when has your mom been so carefree?
Enjoy the confidence of filing with H&R Block's 100% accuracy and maximum refund guarantee. Maybe a little too much confidence.
Always with your needs in mind, NetJets meticulously curates every cabin.
Hey everybody, I'm Brugly, and since it's Halloween season officially, I decided to throw together 10 of the literal scariest, most uncanny, most unsettling backrooms levels that I've gone over. These will keep you up at night, which isn't good if you want to, play this while you're sleeping, but I personally love this time of year, and I love the backrooms of this time of year as well. So if you do too, leave a comment telling me which level in this video scares you the most, and whichever one I agree with, I'll heart. It's that simple. Thank y'all for your support. Without further ado, sit back and relax, and get ready to be utterly terrified. Man, I love this time of year, bro. That's the best. So, Backrooms level 33.3 is a sub-level of its parent level 33. Now, I have gone over level 33 in another video, but in case you haven't heard of it, or if you're new here or something, it's pretty much just a crusty, flooded, abandoned mall. But this sub-level is part of that giant mall complex. The sub-level has been given a Class 5E difficulty rating, meaning that there's a dangerous and hazardous environment, and that you'll encounter many things that don't make any sense. The level resembles an old abandoned mall, but it's not really to the extent of decay that its regular parent level is. This sub-level is more just empty, not necessarily overgrown and flooded. It actually looks to be an abandoned mall from the country of Croatia, specifically, because we think it's Croatia because there are stores like Spar and Mueller here. We don't know, could be a guess. There are also a few empty markets and fish markets and that kind of thing in the level 2, which is different from its parent level. The level has been split up into 4 sections as of right now, and I'm going to hop into those explanations right now, I guess. The first one is the main area, or the main hall. This is where most of the shops and the staircases and the hallways are, and this is the central location for this sub-level. You can only go up or down from here. You're just right in the middle on this main hall. Now, if you remember, the name of the level is the Dusty Mall Depths, and that's because on this level, there is an enigmatic type of dust that inhabits it, that floats around, that's over everything. I'm going to get into all that in its properties and stuff later in the entity portion, but just know that it's very dangerous. But here in this main hall, there is a moderate amount of that dust all over the surfaces and in the air. An estimated 50-ish% or so of the air is filled with dust. And again, you'll know what that means later. But another strange quirk here in this level is that there is a lack of good gravity throughout this mall, meaning that you'll have the ability to leap and jump around easily and kind of just swim through the air like you would be on a planet or the moon or something. The main level 33 doesn't have this effect, so it's really unknown how it's centralized to this sub-level. I don't know, man, the Backrooms is weird. Don't ask me. The second section of this level is known as the second floor, where many of the smaller shops and offices and hallways are located. This part feels more liminal and empty and darker, almost as if it's like a transitional place that you've been trapped in. There are several big bathroom complexes here, as well as closets and offices, and everything here has this layer of dust and emptiness over it all. Now, on the far wall of this second floor, there is a large spiral staircase that goes up and down. This staircase is very enigmatic and is surrounded and shrouded in mystery. Some people think it's just an infinite staircase, some people think it's the way out of the backrooms, some people think it just doesn't do anything, it's just a staircase. We don't know. Now, on this second floor, the dust content is surprisingly low. There's only about 20% in the air that has dust, but that does mean that it's about twice as safe as the first floor. The third section of the level is thought to be underground, like a basement type area. This is where it gets crazy because there is more dust and debris in the air. It's also where there are parking garages located, as well as meat markets and other shops. The entire vibe here is darker and dingier and just more quiet and empty. This section does, like I said, have the highest dust concentration, and pretty much all of the air here is very infected with it, making it hard to breathe, and even harder to think clearly. There's just so much dirt and dust and abandonment that it's not recommended to come down here, or to this level, to be honest, but if you're gonna be here, don't go to this part of it. It's very dangerous, unless you have a gas mask. Also, the gravity here in this basement area is pretty normal, which is weird, because everywhere else, it's not normal. I don't know. Now, there is actually a final floor, and it's not really a floor, it's more of an outdoor area, and this is the fourth zone. It's accessed from randomly appearing exits throughout the level, and it takes the appearance of a small outdoor mall type place with coffee carts and shops, and it's very eerie and empty, and it just looks like it's fake because it's so perfect. There's been a few reports of facelings walking around out here, which is the first sighting of an entity you might see, besides the dust. This place is actually the least polluted area in the level because there's barely dust in the outside. There is still some. You don't get off the hook that easy, let me tell you, but it's way better than being inside, trust me. gravity is also normal here, so no jumping around for you. So this whole time, I've been yapping about gravity being different and dust being everywhere, and I'm sure you're wondering why those things even matter. Let me explain. So gravity being different across the different parts of the level is a very strange, unknown, enigmatic thing that we don't understand. It's significantly reduced across this level compared to normal gravity from other levels in real life, and it's been noted that when you jump around and fly through the air, it's less of flying through the air and more of swimming through the air. And people say it's harder to swim through the air here than it is to swim through water. Now this might mean that the strands of reality or the atmosphere here is harder or deeper or thicker than normal reality. Who knows? Maybe that's why the dust sticks there too. We don't know. But this gravity and thick atmosphere might give wanderers sickness and shortness of breath and exhaustion and dizziness and that kind of thing. Just pretend the sky above you is like dense and thick. That's what this is. Now, as for the dust that's on the surfaces in the level and floating around in the air, this is where the level gets that Class 5e difficulty from. The dust particles are strangely thick, and they just hang and stay in the air. Like I said, it could be because the air is thicker, or it could be because the dust itself is more of an entity that can do what it wants. But if you do inhale or come into contact with this dust, this can lead to a host of different problems. Inhaling the dust can lead to internal bleeding, choking, gagging, acid reflux, and combustion of one's stomach and internal organs. Yeah, that's awesome. Yay, woo, woo! And depending on how long a wanderer stays here and how much dust they inhale, your organs could literally get so infected and your insides could get so infected from this dust that you could literally just turn into dust yourself. But it is for this reason that it's not recommended to come to this level under any circumstance, unless you want to become like a stuffed teddy bear, but with dust. Now, it seems as if the dust spreads inside of people like a bacteria in a way. Each particle splitting and multiplying in seconds, almost like it's a live virus and not dust. It also seems to be sentient because, like I said, it attacks different organs and systems in the body like it knows where they're at and it goes for them. So it's definitely not normal dust. We just call it that because it looks like it is. Who knows? The leading theory is that it's sentient and it's some kind of hive mind, and that's why you should not breathe it in. Now, as far as actual like flesh and blood entities, there are a few normal ones like facelings and hounds and skin stealers and smilers, like one or two of those. But these entities are also infected and susceptible to the dust and can suffer the same fate as people who stay here for too long. Which is pretty weird because most of the time entities are impervious and invincible to the levels that they stay in. I don't know, I guess the Backrooms has had enough of everybody, especially smilers, they look weird. To enter this level, you have to be wandering in level 33, the main part, until you get too deep and too far in, and then you'll end up transitioning into the sub-level before you can even turn around and leave. To exit, you have to find a hallway back to level 33. You can't go back the way you came. It disappears, you can't see it. You have to find a new one. Or you can find a door labeled security. And if this door labeled security gets opened, it should take you to level 81. But the time you're here looking for an exit, try not to breathe in as much as you can, because if you do, you'll be filled with dust and all of your organs will be attacked and you'll just become one big dust bunny thing.
So the cool thing about Pi is that you can choose to just block every ad that you're seeing, or you can opt in, watch the ad, and then get paid to watch the ad. Dollar bill.
So here to show you guys, I went on the BuzzFeed website, and because Pi is enabled, all the ads are blocked.
And not to mention, it is...
Level 68 of the Backrooms is classified as a Class 3 difficulty, and is very unsafe and very unsecure. But it has a low entity count, but it's not the entities that you should be worrying about. The level itself seems to take the appearance of a massive movie theater that sprawls out for a long while. It's just one massive complex with different parts of that same theater. The entire level doesn't feel like a theater though, it almost feels organic, like it's alive or like it's an organism that you're walking around inside. There's things like fungus and grass that grow up in the darker hallways, and mushrooms sprout from random areas as well. There are also corridors and hallways and rooms that intersect to this massive theater, and they all lead back to this one large theater room. Now, the room is full of theater-style seating and chairs, all made out of a reddish, dark gray fabric, and at first glance, it seems pretty innocuous, pretty normal, until you examine it closer. You see, these seats seem to be coated in some kind of saliva material, making them a gross and sticky mess. Now, despite them obviously being a soggy, disgusting, nasty chair, they seem to draw people in and lure them to sit down on top of them. Like, even though it looks disgusting, you want to sit down. It's almost this irresistible urge. And when wanderers do sit down, they describe the chairs as being abnormally comfortable. Like, more so than any other chair they've ever sat in, this is the most comfortable, even though you're sitting in a soggy chair. You see, once all the people inside the theater are seated in a chair or they choose to sit down, the chairs themselves seem to release some type of chemical enzyme into the fabric of the chair and the saliva that's coating it. This enzyme has one function and one function only: to rapidly melt the skin of the thing sitting on top of it. Which is, you know, just great as it is, but it doesn't just stop there. The enzyme melts and re-solidifies clothing and skin to the chair fabric itself, virtually fusing the skin of the thing sitting in the chair to the fabric of the seat that it's sitting in, causing whoever's sitting down to melt directly to the chair and be unable to move. Nice. Now, while this is happening, the victim doesn't really seem to notice anything, and they're distracted by something else. There's a ton of theories on what distracts people. Some think it's a pheromone or an enzyme. Some think you're just losing your mind. I don't know. Now, once you're successfully melted directly to the chair, the screen at the front of the theater will start to play a movie. How nice. The films that are played here are random, and they don't seem to correlate at all with anything from real life. There's not been one single movie that's known. Now, it's unknown if the Backrooms itself made these movies, or if somehow they're being played from an alternate reality that's like Earth. We just don't know. But the movies do tend to be really gory and really graphic, and wanderers are just physically stuck in the chair watching this gory graphic movie, unable to move and unable to run away. Hey, did I mention they're melted to the chair? Once the movie that's playing ends and the credits roll, the people who are stuck inside of the chairs start to shake and convulse violently, eventually succumbing to the shaking. Think of the scenes from Stranger Things Season 3 where the victims start shaking and then they turn into that jelly-looking stuff, and you've seen that before. That's kind of what happens here. Anyways, you're no longer there, if you know what I'm saying, after the credits roll of the movie. The chair you were sitting in will then break down the tissue and dissolve it via digestive enzymes. But, you know, it doesn't stop there, because this level just doesn't know how to. Surprise! After the flesh is broken down by the chairs, it will then be sucked into the chairs to never be seen again. Almost as if it's consuming you for lunch, or dinner, or breakfast. It's consuming you. The chairs are eating you, which is not very fun, I gotta say. It doesn't sound too good. Now, the reason this level is so scary, besides being melted to a chair and digested by it, is that from a quick glance, it seems like a safe theater level. You know, there are several safe theater levels scattered throughout the Backrooms, and many of them play as sort of a home base for wanderers, or a destination for them to get to because they're so safe. So victims of this level might think that they found one of those safer levels when they get sent here, only to sit down and realize that they've walked into their own grave. Now, survivors of this level are few and far between, since the level can somehow warp your mind into this false sense of security. It seems that the only way that people make it out alive is they somehow notice what's happening before the chairs release that enzyme to you and consume you. Now, if you can get out of there before then, you'll be okay. Now, I bet you're asking, if I do get out of the chair fast enough, if I do, you know, it's luck, where do you go to exit? You know, how do I escape? I don't know what I'm doing. I was trying to segue this into the exit portion. Well, let's just go to it. So to enter the level, you have to walk into a theater on level 11, and you seemingly have a random chance to be sent here. Just completely random. You could be on level 11 chilling, and you'll be sent here. Which again, is terrifying, because level 11 is a widely known safe level, and the fact that you could be sent here from a safe level to be digested by a chair is pretty scary. Now, to exit, you have to get up before you get stuck and run to the movie screen at the very front of the theater, and then proceed to no-clip into it, Or you could also run into a hallway that's here and find a door that looks like this to be sent to level 74. Either way, you gotta get out. And the only way to notice what's happening before it's too late is if you sit down and you start to feel your arms getting sticky and harder to move, and you'll kind of get uncomfortable. Now this happens randomly because, like I said, most people who sit here think it's really comfortable and really relaxing. And this mainly only happens to people that are wearing short sleeve shirts since their skin is touching the seat directly. So if you're wearing a hoodie or something, you can't feel the fabric of the chair, you're probably gonna be consumed by it. Sorry. But if you feel yourself getting stuck to the chair, you gotta get up and run to the screen to get out, or you'll never be seen again.
Welcome to the Waverhood.
The Wayfair vibe at our place, West.
My thing, darling? Shine.
Gardening.
Some of us go for the dramatic.
How didn't I know Wayfair had vanities and tile?
This? Yeah. Do you have any ottomans without legs? Shine, you're...
So level 6.1, or the snack rooms, is classified now as a classed unalive zone due to its numerous hazards. But the level is generally still referred to as the snack rooms, even in its devolved state. It used to look like a huge food court area with very liminal features. This ambience of being alone, this feeling of nostalgia, you get exactly what I'm talking about. The food court area spread out for miles and miles, and it was just one continuous hallway full of restaurants and concession stands and vending machines and restrooms and everything like that. There were also other places to get food and water, and it all just felt really safe and really cozy. There were several sitting areas with tables and booths as well, which most of the times were empty, but sometimes sparsely populated. The entire level was so liminal and so relaxing, and it was just a really perfect place to be after escaping level 6, because level 6 is literally one of the worst levels, and a lot of people don't make it out of it. So the snack rooms were a welcomed sight to many a traveler over the years. That is, until the downfall of the snack rooms. So the level, now known as the Fallen Snack Rooms, or the food court, is a huge, massive food court that looks like it's been abandoned. The once clean and liminal layout has changed to a layout of decay and destruction. The ceiling is collapsed in some areas, the stairs are all broken up, the floor is all disgusting, the shelves and the vending machines have been knocked over, and many things are just scattered throughout it. It looks like something's just gone crazy and trashed the place. It also looks like the level was left in a hurry because there are still meals and food on display. So now, instead of being safe and nostalgic and liminal, it's horrifying and empty and liminal. The lights that once lit up this place are mostly blown out, and there are puddles of liquid pain scattered throughout the level. The level itself seems to have become corrupted and volatile over the last year. So what actually happened to this level? How did it end up like this? What's the reasoning? It's been concluded that the snack rooms underwent a spatial tragedy, obviously, and it caused everybody to leave the level quickly, but that does not take a genius to figure out. I'm just stating the obvious. It's important to mention a few things about the level pre-collapse that might make things make more sense. So before all this happened, level 6.1 had a similar effect as level 11 has on its entities and its people. If you don't know, level 11 makes entities docile and not aggressive. Like, it completely calms them down, they're not aggressive, they won't attack you. The snack rooms were similar to this. Entities could walk freely around the level, and they would be completely fine and normal, just like the people were. Until one day, this effect seemingly just stopped working. Out of the blue, it just quit, which of course sent the entities there into an aggressive frenzy. After this event happened, the entities would attack more and more, and they would start chasing people out of the level until the entire place was virtually abandoned, and it caused the people that were still remaining here to hide deep inside of it. There were a few safe spots at first where the lights were left on, and many remaining people were trapped inside and are stranded here, and some say they can still hear the screaming and talking of those trapped people deep inside the snack rooms. Some people also blame this shift in behavior on level 11 itself, and they say that level 11 is what caused these snack rooms to change. Others think it's completely random, but there's even more to the story that many people don't know, but that's what I'm here for. So before this shift even happened, and back when the level was 6.1 and it was completely normal, there was one incident of an entity attack. It occurred when a hound entity no-clipped into the snack rooms by complete accident, and for some reason, the entity was not docile or calm due to the normal effect that it gives every entity. It was aggressive, and because of this, it started to chase people and attack everyone on sight, which caused panic. This panic became widespread, and people were running around screaming and stuff, but eventually it was dispatched and gotten rid of by the people there. But ever since that date, something has been off about the level. The balance and the force has shifted, to say. That single hound entity changed everything somehow, and we literally have no clue how it happened. After the hound, more and more aggressive entities started to come to this level. It's almost like they're being drawn to it like a moth to a flame, and then eventually it caused everybody to leave and run out, except those that are trapped deep inside of it. Theories. So earlier I briefly mentioned just a couple theories as to what happened, but now I kind of want to dive deeper into them. So the level 11 effect is not really well understood, and many people just don't trust it and they don't know how it works. Like, how can one level make normally aggressive entities not aggressive? Like, how does it work? Where's the science? And if we don't understand how it works, we can't be prepared for when it stops working, which is exactly what happened on level 6.1. No one could have prepared for the effect to stop because they had no idea that it would. That one single hound started a chain of aggression that wiped out an entirely safe level that everyone knew and loved. And like I said, we still just have a couple theories as to why it happened. Was it a change in the level 11 effect itself? Or did whoever controls the backrooms just decide to change it? Or was the level destroyed on purpose for some reason? There are a ton of unanswered questions that we still all have, and now we're just left with this faint memory of what used to be a safe haven level in the backrooms. To enter this level, you can walk into a restaurant on level 11, and you'll have a chance to be sent here each time you do that. So you can just walk into like a restaurant over and over again, I guess, and you'll eventually get sent here. And to exit, you have to find a set of glass doors, walk outside of them, and you'll be sent back to level 11. Or you can find a window that's indoors and you can break it, jump through it, and you'll go back to level 6, which I wouldn't recommend doing because level 6 is awful. But I do want to hear all your theories in the comments about this level. I'm very interested to hear what you have to say. My personal theory is that somehow a shift from level 11 changed the entire vibe and the docile effect somehow, and it caused level 6 to stop giving that effect off, and eventually entities just overtook it. But that still doesn't explain why there are so many entities that are drawn to this level. Is it because there's food here? Is it because there was lots of people they could prey on? We just don't know. So level 78, or the Psychological Planet, is classified as a class PSI, which means it's going to be unsafe and unsecure because of the mental hazards and not really because of the environment. There are several levels that are within this classification that I might go over eventually and then combine them all into a series, but this level is the first one I'm going over. Anyways, let's not get sidetracked. The level is not supposed to be entered under any circumstance. I repeat, don't come here, you idiot. And that's just what the first sentence says. I guess you should listen to it. But personally, I think I'm gonna go by myself. The level has been described as a strange and otherworldly grassy planet that is suspended in the middle of an endless blue sky. So think of level 94 as grassy hills, except it's not infinite here and there's not houses like that. The level does have very rare suburban style housing though, and the entire place just stretches out for a few miles until it drops off into the infinite blue expanse of the sky. On rare occasions, mushroom-like entities have been reported dotted over the grassy landscape. They might be real, they might not. I'll get into all that later. The thing about this level is that no one has reached the actual end of the grassy plain. People get sidetracked due to the mental effects that it puts you under, and it's really hard to because your surroundings will start to warp. Again, I'll get into that later. So for right now, I'm going to go over the things that people have for sure seen, and then I'll get into some theories and some other things towards the outer edge of the level. Wanderers, who find themselves inside of the level will spawn outside in the middle of the field, surrounded by itchy, cool grass for as far as they can see. The only noticeable feature around you is in the sky, directly up, and it is this off-putting, smiling orb sun type thing. The immediate surroundings of this spawn area feel a lot like those old Windows wallpapers from those really old computers. That's the first thing you really notice is how it looks like that, and the sun thing in the sky above you. This piercing, smiling sun never stops staring. It never blinks, it's always there, and it genuinely can terrify you if you let it. In fact, some wanderers just get terrified so much that it fills them with this huge sense of horror, they try to run away. I mean, it's pretty ugly, but at least it's smiling. Whatever you do not run away from it, no matter how creeped out you get. If you choose to walk straight and explore the level, then about 6 kilometers or like 3.7 miles into it, these strange artificial suburban houses will begin to pop up and appear in front of you. They look lifeless and fake. Like they're not even in the grass, they're kind of just, they look badly photoshopped there. Around this time, the sun in the sky will begin to randomly clip and appear in different parts of the sky. Even when it disappears, the level stays bright, which means that that's not where the light comes from, even though there's no sun. Anyways, these weird core liminal looking houses are very interesting, and I'm gonna dive into that right now. So if you enter them, they'll be completely empty of furniture and decorations, except for a few photos and pieces of debris on the floor. The photos here all are infected with photoocular syneresis, which is just the fancy term for the floaters or static vision you can get in real life. These pictures all have that effect when you look at them. When you do look at the pictures and when you're inside the house in real life, random things will begin to pop into your field of view and float around. Now, if you take the photos off of the level with you, this effect will still be with it. This can happen on any level if you look at the pictures. It'll normally manifest itself as bizarre lines of text popping up, or sometimes eyes will pop up, and sometimes eyes with wings, and sometimes other weird mushroom type things will appear. It just depends on where you're at. It doesn't end there though, because looking at the eyes and the text in your photo for longer than a few seconds seem to manifest those lines of text and eyes in real life in front of you. Like the blurry text and the uncanny eyes will spawn right in front of you and they'll all be like staring at you and surrounding you. And a scary thing about the images that you take here is that the effect will continue to work until you leave. And even when you do leave, the effect will still be within the image. For that reason, these pictures are often used as a weapon to fend off entities or people, because it would be kind of terrifying to see some guy with a bunch of eyes surrounding him. So you could use it to your benefit, or you could just not. Anyways, this effect is the most dangerous part of the level, because after a certain time of being here, you'll start to lose the line between what's in the picture and what's in reality, spiraling into this weird core madness of not knowing what's floating in front of you. So about 6 miles or 12 kilometers into the level is where it ends, and it ends up fading into the blue sky. At this point, it's theorized that the ground itself will begin to warp and wave and undulate like it's water. Like every step you take will make massive waves in the grass, causing it to be impossible to keep going, and for this reason, people have never been able to get to the actual edge very easily, or at all. We don't know. This waving effect will be extremely disorienting and frightening to people experiencing it, especially if you just took some pictures earlier and went inside the houses and you saw all the eyes and stuff, and now you come outside and you see all the ground waving like water. You probably think you're tripping hard on something. But in this wavy grass part, the eyes and the sun will congregate and stare at you as well. And this is your last chance to escape with even just a drop of your sanity left. Just try to avoid the sun and the eyes staring at you. But now I'm gonna do a little bit of a deeper dive into the weird creatures and entities that live here, even the ones that we aren't sure are real, but people claim to see them. So the Smile Sun is obviously the first. This is the biggest entity on the level, and like I said earlier, it takes the appearance of a large green sun with a very, very off-putting red smile on its front. The entity does not outright attack you, but after a prolonged exposure, it seems to cause your field of view and vision to get more staticky and unstable, and it makes your eyesight worse, eventually just becoming a grainy mess. So it's recommended to not stare at the sun at all. Shrooms. So shrooms are sentient beings that sprout out of the grass and inside of the houses on this level. It's said that staring at the shrooms for long enough will cause them to develop eyes. Once you make eye contact with the eyes, you'll begin to feel the effects of being on shrooms. Like the hallucinogenic, you'll start feeling like that. You'll get dizzy, you'll be confused, you'll not know where you are, your vision will become impaired, and things will start to pop up again. Now, shrooms tend to grow around people on this level who are full of fear, and they kind of seem to be reactive of how your behavior is. So if you're scared, the level knows it. The Smile Killer. So this is a very rare creature that exists here. It's been reported as a tall humanoid figure that's almost 7 feet tall, and it carries a big knife with it as a weapon. It seems to have the ability to hypnotize those who look at it in its face, kind of like the sun in the sky does, but not really. The entity only appears in the houses on this level, and it can only be seen briefly when the sun in the sky disappears. So when the sun comes back, it'll be gone, but when the sun clips out and goes away, you can see it. And because of this, you never really know where it's at. It could be right behind you, and then the sun will just go away and it'll show up and it can slash you. Really creepy stuff, to be honest. Finally, the eyes. So the eyes are a very common thing on the level, as you've heard. They're in the houses, they're outside, they're on the sun, they're on the mushrooms, they're everywhere. And they are realistic human or animalistic eyes that just pop into your field of view on the level. Some of them are biological, some of them might be in your head, but they solely seem to attack the mental state of those who see them, which is bad because everyone in the backrooms already has a bad mental state. This would make it worse. Some eyes have been reported to have these angel wings around them, and it doesn't even look 2D or anything. It looks like a real eye with a real angel wing. It's physically there. The only way to get them to disappear is if you close your eyes, but then again, you can't really go anywhere with your eyes closed all the time, so you're just gonna have to kind of avoid eye contact in order to escape the level. These eyes are a common thing you see in weirdcore pictures from real life, and it's unknown how or why they appear here in the photos, or in your field of view, or in the sky above you. It's all just a mishmash. We don't know. To enter this level, you have to fall asleep on any backrooms level and then participate in a lucid dream. That's right, you access this level by lucid dreaming. That's the only way to enter. So if you can't lucid dream, you should be good and you'll never get stuck here. But the problem with that is you're still technically in the level because you can get trapped in it forever. And if you do and you can't escape because the eyes are watching or the sun won't stop looking at you, you'll eventually just fade away and decay in real life because you're mentally stuck in this weird core world. So to make sure that doesn't happen, to exit, you can somehow make it to the edge of the blue sky and the grass, and there'll be this door that appears, and you can open it up and run through, or you can just lay down and have a staring contest with that giant sun in the sky and go insane and be consumed by the mushrooms with eyes. It's really your choice. I would choose to leave though, if I were you. The Intoxicated Pools. This level is classified as a Class 3 survival difficulty and is generally unsafe and unsecure due to a hazardous environment. The level itself is a huge expanse of rooms and hallways that resemble the pool rooms slightly. There's white tiles here and strange staircases, but the obvious difference is the color of the water. Some of the floors under the water are not tile here as well, and they're actually a shaggy carpet, which is an effect similar to level 7's carpet floor at the bottom of its ocean. The size of the sub-level isn't fully known yet, but it's definitely large. Well over 1,000 rooms because people have been exploring and people have gotten lost, and we just have to assume that it's huge. The lighting on this level comes from the whited out windows, just like the regular pool rooms, so that's one thing that they share. The temperature of the water here is pretty much impossible to actually measure because depending on how close the water is to the windows, the temperature can be vastly different. For example, the closer to the window the water is, the hotter it'll be. So hot to the point where you can't even touch it. And the further away, the more freezing cold it'll be. Now, the water in this level is not actually regular water or almond water. And that's why I did air quotes that you couldn't see. Because this is actually thicker and slimier than both of those. It also can't freeze or boil, despite some of it being blisteringly cold and blisteringly hot. The water itself is also a dark lilac color, and it's been described as a purple goo. It's almost like liquidy jello in consistency. The feeling of this goo is very uncomfortable, and it's just not very good to touch, and many wanderers have reported getting goosebumps and just feeling very uneasy while being inside of it. It just doesn't feel right. The water is also full of several types of pathogens that carry all sorts of disease and sickness to those who touch it, especially those who fall in or accidentally dunk their head underwater. Because if you do that, the pathogens will go in your nose or ears and get to your brain and respiratory system, causing you to have a hard time breathing and other illnesses as well. In some areas, there are also pieces of fungus and moss that are floating on the surface of this jello water, and it's thought that this fungus and then the pathogens are connected together somehow, and that the purple color of the water has something else to do with it as well. Some have also reported strange psychological effects, like wanting to jump into the water, or feeling really dizzy or obsessed with staying inside of the purple water here. People who do that stuff typically aren't seen again, so don't do that stuff. Many times people will begin to feel obsessed and venture deeper into the sublevel, wanting to get into the water, and once they do, no one ever sees them again. To enter this level, you can no-clip on level 58 to have a chance, or you can cause an accident, whatever that means, on level 96 to be sent here as well. And to exit, you have to be very careful because no-clipping is thought to take you directly to the void level. So no clipping here, which of course, if you don't know what the void is, it's pretty much a death sentence. It'll keep you trapped in an infinite dark area forever. So the way that you need to escape is you need to find a dark, small, and empty hallway and walk through it until you get to the next level, level 871. Now this is the only way you can make it out of the level alive, so unless you find that hallway, you'll be swimming in purple goo forever, and perhaps being absorbed by this purple goo. I mean, it does do weird things to people, so I don't know. Next and finally for this video is level 37.1, or as it's more commonly known, the Deep End. So this sublevel is also classified as a class 3 difficulty, just like the last one, and is unsafe and unsecure due to its environment. Its physical description is very, very similar to the regular pool rooms, with the randomly segmented halls and rooms that are full of water, but the main difference in this sublevel, if you couldn't tell by the name, is the sheer depths of the water here and what might lurk inside of them. You see, normal pool rooms hallways can be decently deep, like 10 feet or so, but most of them are just waist deep. These hallways in the Deep End can be well over 40 meters deep, to the point where you can't even see the bottom of them. It's just a dark abyss under you. And this makes navigating the level really hard since you have to tread water and you can't just walk. You have to just swim through this darkness to get anywhere. Another thing that makes this sublevel difficult is the lack of light. The corridors and hallways here are just pitch black for the most part and can only be lit up by artificial sources, like flashlights and phones and whatever else. Now, there are some rare cases where the walls themselves have this weird dingy glow, but that doesn't matter much, to be honest. The connections from room to room in the Deep End are also extremely hard to use because most of them are underwater. Not only are they underwater though, they're very claustrophobic. It's a very tight window to get to the next part. So you can't just walk through from hall to hall to get to the next room. You have to swim in the pitch black in freezing cold water with no light to get to the next area. The level is also not well maintained and clean like the pool rooms is. The regular pool rooms keeps this shiny surface and really sunny, vibrant vibe, and there's no dirt that ever shows. But the tiles and everything here on this level are gross. The water is darker and murky, almost green in some areas, and the air is musty and stale. And it's just a very cold, unpleasant place to find yourself stuck in. The structure and layout of the level can also change very fast while you're exploring, sometimes resulting in very confusing and twisted structures and weird hallways that never end. This is due to non-Euclidean geometry, which is just the icing on the cake for this amazingly dangerous